As a kid in the Ukraine, Gogol wasn't really well liked. His classmates called him a mysterious little gnome.
Look over there. Yeah, what a mysterious little gnome.
Gogol was very self-conscious. But he also had great ambition. He wanted to be a writer. Gogol's family spoke Ukrainian, Polish, and Russian. His father was a poet and a playwright. He helped his dad and uncle put on plays in a theater on his uncle's estate.
Wow, very good job, Nicola. Make sure to project a little more.
Nikolai Gogol went to a school of higher art in Netsin. He discovered there a talent for doing funny impressions.
Bloobity bloobity, I'm the professor.
People still thought that he was weird and intense, but he made a few friends. People especially liked listening to him read his stories aloud.
And then his nose grew so large, it fell off.
Great job, Gogol.
For a while, Gogol thought about becoming an actor. After school, Gogol moved to Russia. He didn't love the way the government was running things, and life in Russia was a bit bleak.
Bleak.
His writing was strange and colorful, though. His wild imagination lifted him above society's woes. Gogol became very good friends with Alexander Pushkin. Pushkin even helped him get a job teaching history at the University of St. Petersburg.
Guess what, Gogol? You're going to be a teacher.
What?
Woo! Gogol was terrible at teaching, and he hated it. He only showed up for his classes 1/3 of the time, and when he did show up, he mumbled incoherently, and the students were bored and frustrated. He quit teaching a year after he started. Gogol published many writings between 1831 and 1836. When his friend and mentor, Alexander Pushkin, died, he wrote Dead Souls, which everybody loved. Even though he was born in the Ukraine, Russia claims him as one of their most clever and influential writers ever. Gogol was restless and troubled. He wandered around Europe, visiting with his literary friends and taking in the sights and sounds of the bustling European cities. He especially loved Rome, and he lived there for quite some time. He got closer and closer to his friend named Matvei Konstantinovsky, who was a religious elder in the Eastern Orthodox Church. He taught Gogol that using his imagination and creating wild stories was a sin and that he was going to hell. Gogol stopped writing and he burned all of the stories he'd been working on. Gogol decided to take on a strict religious lifestyle and he became an ascetic. An ascetic is a person that believes that the more you deny yourself life's pleasures, the holier you are. He understandably fell into a deep depression. He went to bed, and one day he never got back out. After 10 days of not eating and not leaving his bed, Gogol died, brokenhearted. Gogol died believing that his imagination and his genius was sinful. But he's still inspiring people today. He's inspired some of the most famous writers like Fyodor Dostoevsky, Flannery O'Connor, Nabokov, and many more.
We love you, Gogol!
Woo! Many plays, operas, and movies have been based on the work of Gogol. Thanks for everything, Gogol.